Drake is one of my favorite rappers of all time, so these last few months have been very difficult. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Nick, and Kendrick Lamar earlier today dropped his new video for Not Like Us. Today is July 4th. I actually had to work today. Shout out to all y'all that were off and who work normal jobs. My job is never closed. It is currently 1 in the morning right now. So this video dropped when I was at work, and at first I thought people were trolling because I first saw this on Twitter, and no, it actually happened. The day is finally here. We've all been waiting for this music video, and we finally get it. It's been a lot of conversations around this video, just this whole beef in general. My thoughts on this video, I thought it was cool. I know for Kendrick Lamar fans, it's gonna be like, oh my God, you didn't say this was the greatest music video of all time? You hate Kendrick. No, the video was cool to me. I'll get more into it for a second, but Kendrick has better music videos to me. Like, I like the Humble video way more, These Walls, DNA. Like, Kendrick Lamar has a lot of great music videos. This one was good, this one was cool. It's not one of those, in my opinion. It's a lot going on in this video. Literally, as soon as the video starts playing, we get a snippet of a new Kendrick Lamar song. Now, this might piss some people off. I don't like Not Like Us. I'm sorry. I know the comments, oh, that's because you're not like us. Shut up. You're very original. I just don't like how Kendrick's rapping on Not Like Us and like the voice that he uses. Like, that's one thing about Kendrick. I love Kendrick, but it's some songs where he does all this stuff with his voice that I don't really like. And it's kind of the same way with that snippet that he previewed at the beginning of this song, like the way that he was flowing and the way that he was talking. Not for me. He did the same thing at the beginning of All Right, and he played another song. Him not releasing that song that's from All Right, that really pissed me off. One thing early on in the video that stuck out to me was Kendrick Lamar's mannerisms and like the energy that he had in his music videos. Like, Kendrick seems like a very laid back, chill, reserved guy, but when you look at his performances, when you look at his other music videos, usually he's very energetic, he's very animated. In this one, not so much. Like, it seemed like in this music video, he was kind of just on autopilot. Like, he just seemed like he was vibing. It seemed like he was half asleep. He wasn't even like mouthing the words that looked like correctly in some of the scenes. Like, he was just doing it very casually. Like, I'm assuming that the imagery that they're going for is that, oh, this is an inconvenience of my time, this is a waste of time, I don't really need to do this, I'm just doing this to stun on this loser named Drake. It's kind of like when Drake does his diss records, and he always starts his diss records with like a deep sigh. This is an inconvenience to me. That's what I'm imagining that they're going for with how he's moving, because clearly they did it on purpose. He did it for a lot of that early part of the music video. But with him being Kendrick Lamar, you got to really watch in the background, and Kendrick always has layers on layers with his things. Like in this music video, I didn't notice it at first because when I first watched this, I was looking at it on my phone, but I could see somebody got yanked away, and then other people have pointed out that it looks like it's Drake from the Dark Lane Demo Tapes album, that he's the person that gets dragged away. Number one, I hate that album. That album is garbage. In another scene, it looks like Kendrick Lamar is in a jail and he's doing push-ups, and unless you've been living under a rock, that was the first diss song that started all this stuff. Push-ups, obviously. And then of course you had the owl imagery, you had the pinata that he was bashing, wah, 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 wah. And then at the end of the music video, he had the owl in the cage, and you can say that symbolizes maybe this is him saying Drake is in jail, you know, with him being the whole pedophilia rumors going on. And then also this could be like, Drake is like my little pet that I got now, he's just in a cage, don't worry about him. And one thing that really stuck out to me, they were at this weird Grand Theft Auto mission looking location, but it was just a bunch of shipping containers. I didn't see too many people saying this online, at least when I was looking at it, but this was like my first thought. When I hear human trafficking, well, first off, human trafficking can be a bunch of things today. Back in the day, pimping used to be looked at as like a cool thing. Oh, he's a pimp, I'm a PIMP. But today, pimping, that's also considered human trafficking. I don't know if it was always considered that, but that's also human trafficking. When I think human trafficking, I be thinking about people, especially women. I be thinking about like women in shipping containers. So the fact that Kendrick Lamar was dancing around all these shipping containers and he had these containers stacked on top of each other, I could be reaching. I don't want to be like one of those Kendrick Lamar stands that just think every single thing he does is super layered, but that was my first thought. And to me, the highlight of the video, I can't lie, I was smiling ear to ear. I don't really care about people's relationships and stuff like that. That's none of my business, unless you're both celebrities. When it comes to people's girlfriends, their wives, their kids, I don't care about none of that. That's none of my business. But when I saw Whitney in that video, that part made me smile ear to ear. Yo, she was killing that dog. She was doing her dance. She got the kids running around and stuff like that. That was by far my favorite part of the video. Like, the energy in Compton just looked crazy with waves and waves of people. Me, I hate being around a large number of people. Kendrick, I feel like he's an introvert, so he was probably the same way. I hate being around that waves of people, but that energy out there looked crazy. And I will also say, Kendrick Lamar is a much nicer human than I am. Like me, I'm a very petty person. I'm one of the nicest, most chill, laid-back dudes you will ever meet, but I believe in scorched earth. I believe in completely finishing your opponent. When I was playing football back when I was a little kid, my coach used to say, I don't care if we got 60 points in the third quarter, we're gonna keep scoring because fuck them. Kendrick could have made this a lot worse. I would have had a dude in blackface. I would have had some damn dreidels and what's the yarmulkes in the music video, bro. I would have went crazy, especially with that owl in the end scene. I thought he was gonna do something crazy. Like I said, he's a much nicer person than me. I would have put that thing through a shredder. I would have set that thing on fire. I would have did something. Like Peter would have made an entire campaign just to target me. What I would have thought to did to that owl. I'm a petty person, and people also have to understand, if Drake was the clear winner of this battle, he would have mentioned this in every single song. He probably would have made an entire documentary on how he tore apart hip hop's boogeyman. You gotta remember, Drake allegedly was in a hotel above Meek Mill when Back to Back dropped, and he just played it repeatedly overnight when his room was above Meek Mill's, allegedly. Also, this man was in Philadelphia performing Back to Back on stage with memes in the background. Drake is one of the most petty people I've ever seen in my life. If Drake would have won and Drake would have made a victory music video, it would have been 10 times worse. So Kendrick took the high road, at least as of right now. And then you got some people saying, is this overkill? Is he doing too much? And me, again, not at all. To me, I believe in scorched earth. I believe in completely finishing your opponent. I like both of these artists. I gotta do this in every video. I like both of these artists. I buy Kendrick Lamar albums. I just like Drake more. I'm a bigger Drake fan. I don't like this song. The beat is hard to me, but I don't think Kendrick is doing too much at all. When he announced the Amazon concert, people were saying he was doing too much, which to me, that was just a dope moment. When it was announced that he was doing the music video, people were saying that he was doing too much. But to me, once again, I don't really care. I would have did the same thing. I would have capitalized off this too, especially with him being independent. I know independent is loosely thrown around these days. I would have tried to capitalize off this momentum too. Now with this next album, do I expect him to take more shots at Drake? Absolutely. If he makes another clear diss song to Drake, will I think that's doing too much? No. Bro, I love Drake. To me, it's been so annoying listening to Drake the last few years to just have him constantly talking about Kanye West. One thing I will say that I will find corny, if it is true, it's been a rumor that it's a Not Like Us remix. To me, that would be corny. Kendrick, you have earned the right to keep taking shots, but to me, that would be a bad look if you do that with YG and a bunch of other people trying to take shots at Drake. You're gonna take away from the moment. This has been such a rough time as a Drake fan, and then you still got idiots saying Drake is done, this, that, or third. Drake is not done. His streaming numbers, he was still like the most streamed artist on rapper on Spotify last month. He's gonna drop an EP, he's gonna drop a few hit records, people are gonna forget about this, and Drake still has content. Drake can still talk his talk, because I don't think this is over at this point. At first I did, but Drake has an ego. Drake is very prideful, Drake is very petty, and I feel like them drugs and them perks is kicking his ass right now. I fully expect them both. I don't know about full-on diss records like Push Ups, Family Matters, stuff like that, but I definitely think they're gonna continue taking shots at each other, because if I'm Drake, bro, you got people calling me a pedophile and stuff like that. It's F you for life. People talk about, oh, maybe they'll make up one day. Hell no. Same thing with Kendrick. If I'm Kendrick, bro, I'm not shaking this man's hand. He mentioned my fiance and my kids, bro. To me, that is done. That ship is sailed. But Drake is going to be fine. And I feel like Drake still has a lot to talk about, because he can talk about, Drake has predicted a lot of this. If you really listen to Drake's lyrics, like listen to 30 for 30 freestyle, listen to some of his other songs, he talks about snakes in his circle, people teaming up to take him down, and this, that, and the third. He predicted a lot of this. I feel like he could still talk his boss talk, because he could be like, yo, y'all is pussy. Y'all only said something because 30 other people said something. Y'all was in my face for years, lying to me, dapping me up, this, that, and the third. I knew y'all was snakes. Y'all some bums. Y'all tried to kill me off, but I'm still here, this, that, and the third. Rick Ross just got punched in Canada. Metro Boomin canceling shows because he can't sell tickets. Like, he still has a lot that he could talk about, especially around this topic. He's mentioned this before. Drake is gonna be fine. I'm thinking about making a more deep dive video about this, because I feel like Drake had a strategy that he could have used, but he completely fumbled that. And I just, like I said, I don't know if he's actually been battling using drugs, but his whole thought process and his logic during this wasn't calculated at all. It is 1:20 in the morning right now. I'm gonna probably chop this down a lot because I'm just rambling, but thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe if you're new here. What were your thoughts on this music video? What's your thought on this beef? Is Kendrick Lamar doing too much? What do you expect on Kendrick Lamar's album? And is Drake done? Do you still want to listen to Drake? Do you still listen to Drake? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Love you guys. Tell us when you love them. Until next time, see you in the next life.